I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Thunderbolts, issue number 3. Bucky and his team of misfits have earned the ire of Crystal and the Inhumans. What does that mean for them? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Alright then, so as we join the comic, the Inhuman strike forces led by Crystal find their way to Bucky and the Thunderbolts. They're absolutely furious with the team over the destruction of the cocoons from last issue, which they pretty much jump to the conclusion that they must have been Inhuman cocoons. Of course, Bucky and the reader know better now, don't we? Our heroes try their best to explain the situation to the Inhumans, but they're not having any of it, so of course we get a big giant fight on our hands. Props to the comic for having those little text boxes to tell us which member of the Inhumans is which and what they can do for those who aren't actually reading the Inhuman books right now. The fight is pretty evenly matched. The Inhumans have a big bruiser in Flint, the Thunderbolts have a big bruiser in the form of Atlas. Kobik desperately wants to join the fight and help out the Winter Soldier, but Bucky does everything in her power to keep her back. After all, we've seen how destructive this godchild can be when she attempts to warp reality like she did last issue. The fight is brought to an abrupt end when the Fixer manages to jetpack his way up to the Inhuman ship and take control of it. Once again, Bucky swears that he and his team are innocent and doesn't want to fight further, more or less just choosing this chance to make a tactical retreat. Word of what happens in this battle, though, reaches the ears of some very important people. The Inhumans couldn't exactly prove one way or another whether the cocoons belong to Inhumans or not, so Medusa is definitely going to keep her eye on the Thunderbolts and their actions. And if that wasn't bad enough, the Thunderbolts are also on S.H.I.E.L.D. and Maria Hill's radar once again. Hill definitely wants to serve some piping hot ass whoopings to the team after making her look stupid at the end of Pleasant Hill. And once Captain America Steve Rogers sees that Bucky and the Thunderbolts have Kobik in their ranks, he wants to go after them too, but not for good reasons. Again, if you've been reading the Nick Spencer Captain America books, you will know that Kobik, under the influence of the Red Skull, completely rewrote Steve Rogers' mind, making him believe that he was a Hydra sleeper agent. Now back at Thunderbolt HQ, the team celebrates a job somewhat well done. Well, you know, any job you can walk away from is a good one. However, there's already a bunch of dissension growing in the ranks. You see, Moonstone, after being killed and resurrected by Kobik last issue, wants to use her amazing powers for her own evil gains, and as such, she plans to befriend the child and then manipulate her. Little does she know the little girl's already being manipulated by the Red Skull, so good luck with that. Moonstone also attempts to recruit the Fixer to this end, only the Fixer has much different ideas about Kobik. Mainly, he is scared to hell of her and wants to destroy her. So it would seem at the end of the day, Kobik's only real friend and only real advocate is Bucky Barnes, who sees a sort of kinship with Kobik. Much like her, he did some bad stuff a long time ago that he's still paying for. Furthermore than that, he wants to be a friend, mentor, and big brother to her the same way Steve was to him. In a particularly poignant scene, Kobik realizes how bad Bucky is hurting and says that she could use her amazing powers to take all those bad feelings away if he wanted. And for a second, it seems like Bucky is actually tempted by this, but you know, he's a hero, and at the end of the day, he realizes that we all have to live with our actions, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Thunderbolts number 3 was a real mixed bag of an issue. I am still not won over by this art, even though it was a little bit better this issue. The blood looks like gravy, everyone's spine looks like they're made out of pipe cleaners with all the weird contortions they do. The actual fight itself wasn't very interesting, just a lot of flashing colors, but luckily this comic had one really great saving grace, and that is the interpersonal relationship between Kobik and Bucky. It's in the quiet talking scenes in this book writer Jim Zub really is allowed to shine and remind me so much why I like him. Thunderbolts as a series just became 100 times more interesting too after the events of Captain America Steve Rogers number 2, when we realized that Kobik is actually being manipulated by the Red Skull. Now Captain America is coming after Kobik, and this is all part of a much bigger Captain America super story. Overall, I would give this issue a 7 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.